Hello my dear students, this is Mr. Shaimah Gharib and today's lesson about adding fractions with unlike denominators or with different denominators. Let's start by revising some rules before you watch any video. First, you have to sit in a quiet place. You should have your pen and a piece of paper to take notes and to solve questions. You should pause the video after each question, then you try to answer on your own. Then you play the video to check your answer and to understand the question in case you get a wrong answer. Are you ready? Let's start. Adding fractions with unlike denominators. So first step you have to follow when we add fractions with different denominators, that we have to change the denominators to be the same. Then we simplify our answers to the simplest form. Then we change our answer into a mixed number if it is possible. So now let's see an example. I have two fractions with different denominators, as you can see, and we said step 1, we have to change denominators to be the same by using equivalent fractions. So I need to think of a common multiple between the 3 and the 4. What is the common multiple between 3 and 4? And it's better to use the least common multiple between the two numbers to avoid simplifying in our answer. So the least common multiple between 3 and 4 is number 12. So I will change both denominators into 12. So this fraction will be multiplied by 4 to be 12 up and down. And this 4 will be multiplied by 3 to be 12. Then I will write up and down multiplying by 3. So when I multiply the first fraction by 4 up and down, it will be 8 over 12. And the second fraction will be 6 over 12. Then I add. Now I can add them because both have same denominators now. So 6 plus 8 is 14 over 12. And then we said step 2, simplify your answer to the simplest form. To simplify this fraction, I will divide up and down by 2. So the new fraction will be 7 over 6. So this is the simplest form. Is this an improper fraction? Yes. Then I can write it as a mixed number, as we said, if it is possible. So how to write it as a mixed number? We do division. 7 divided by 6 equals 1 remainder 1. So how to write this as a mixed number? 1 and 1 over 6. So in order to add fractions with different or unlike denominators, first step we have to change the denominators to be the same. Then we add normally. Then we simplify our answer to the simplest form. Then we write the answer as a mixed number if it is possible or if the fraction is an improper fraction. Now let's see one more example. 1/4 plus 3/8. I have 4 and 8 in the denominator. In this case, I don't need to change both denominators. The least common multiple between 4 and 8 is number 8. I can change this 4 to be 8 by multiplying by 2 up and down. So the new fraction will be 2 over 8 plus 3 over 8 as it is. Now both have the same denominator, so I can add. So 2 plus 3 is 5, then the answer will be 5/8. Is this the simplest form? Yes, so I will leave it as it is. One more example, 2/3 plus 4 over 7. So I need to think of a common multiple between 3 and 7. The least common multiple between 3 and 7 is number 21. So I need to change this 3 to be 21 and this 7 to be 21. So I will multiply the 3 by 7 and then up I will do the same with the 2. And for the 7 to be 21, I will multiply it by 3 up and down for the whole fraction. Now the new fractions will be 14 over 21 plus 12 over 21. Now I can add. So 14 plus 12 is 26 over 21. Can I simplify this fraction? No, I cannot simplify this fraction. Then it is the simplest form. But I can write it as a mixed number. So 26 divided by 21 equals 1 remainder 5. So 1 remainder 5 as a mixed number will be 1 and 5 over 21. Now, this is a whole number and this is a fraction. When we add a whole number to a fraction, we just write it as a mixed number 7 and 2/5. So 7 plus 2/5 equals 7 and 2/5 as a mixed number. So now do you know how we add whole number to a fraction? We just write them together as a mixed number. Now let's see this example, 1/3 plus 3/5. So I need to think of common multiple between 3 and 5, the least common multiple, which is number 15. So I need to change this 3 to be 15 and this 5 to be 15. So 3 times 5, up and down, and the 5 times 3, up and down. Then I rewrite the fractions. The first fraction here will be 1 times 5, 5 over 15. So it will be 5 over 15. And the second fraction will be 9. 3 times 3 gives 9 over 15. Now I can add 9 plus 5 equals 14 over 15. Can I simplify this fraction? No, because it is the simplest form. And it is a proper fraction, so I will leave it as it is. I have here 5 over 6 and 4 over 12. So denominators must be the same. The least common multiple between 6 and 12 is 12. And I can change this 6 to be 12. So I will multiply by 2 up and down. Then the new fraction will be 5 times 2 equals 10 over 12. Plus 4 over 12, which is 14 over 12. Can I simplify this fraction? Yes, of course, by dividing by 2, up and down. So 14 divided by 2 equals 7, and 12 divided by 2 equals 6. Then the answer will be 7 over 6. This fraction is an improper fraction. Then I can write it as a mixed number, which is 1 and 1 over 6. This example is 3 over 7 plus 2 over 5. So denominators to be the same. I think of a common multiple or the least common multiple between 7 and 5, which is 35. So this 7 to be 35, I will multiply it by 5 and the whole fraction up and down. And this 5 to be 35, I will multiply it by 7 up and down. Then the two new fractions will be, this fraction will be 15 over 35 and the second fraction will be 14 over 35. Now when I add, it will give me 29 over 35. Can I simplify this fraction? No, so I will leave it as it is because this is the simplest form. Now, one more example, 1 over 6 plus 3 over 7. So what is the least common multiple between 6 and 7? It is 42. So I need to change the 6 to be 42 by multiplying by 7. And this 7, I will multiply it by 6 to give me the 42. So I will do it up and down as we used to do with fractions or with equivalent fractions. So the new fractions will be 7 over 42 plus 18 over 42. Then the answer will be 25 over 42. Can I simplify it? No, this is the simplest form. 5/8 plus 5 over 6. So I will think of a common multiple between 8 and 6. So the least common multiple between 8 and 6 is number 24. So I will change this 8 to 24 by multiplying by 3 up and down. And I will change the 6 to be 24 by multiplying by 4 up and down. Then I will write the new fractions. So the first fraction will be 15 over 24, and the second fraction will be 20 over 24. Now they both have the same denominator, then I can add 15 plus 20 is 35 over 24. Can I simplify this fraction? No, but I can write it as a mixed number because this is an improper fraction. I will divide the 35 by the 24, which means how many 24s are there in the 35? There is only one 24 in the 35, and there will be remainder 11. So I can write this as a mixed number 1 and 11 over 24. 4 over 9 plus 2 over 7. So I need to think of a common multiple, or the least common multiple between the 9 and the 7, which is the, what do you think? 63. So the 9 to be 63, I will multiply it by 7 up and down, and the 7 to be 63, I will multiply it by 9 up and down. Now the new fractions will be 4 times 7, 28 over 63, and 2 times 9, 18 over 63. So now I will add 28 plus 18 equals 46 over 63. Can I simplify this fraction? No, because this is the simplest form. So now let's have some questions. Are you ready? 4 over 9 plus 6 over 27. So 2 over 3 plus 3 over 4. And 3 sevenths plus 3 eighths. And 3 eighths plus 23. The first two fractions here, I need to change denominators to be the same. So I will multiply here by 3 up and down. Then I will have 12 over 27 plus 6 over 27, which is 18 over 27. So I can simplify by dividing up and down by 9. So when I divide up and down by 9, I will get 2 over 3. And I can also simplify this fraction from the beginning by dividing by 3 up and down. So I will have 2 over 9. Then I can add both fractions. So you have to think of how to change denominators to be the same. You can change them both denominators, or you can change only one of them by simplifying or by multiplying according to the numbers that you have in the fraction. 2/3 plus 3/4, so I will multiply here by 4 to have 12 as a common multiple between 3 and 4. And I will change this 4 to be 12 by multiplying by 3. Then the new fractions will be 8 over 12 plus 9 over 12. And the answer will be 17 over 12. This is the simplest form. Then I think of writing a mixed number, because this is an improper fraction, so it will be 17 divided by 12, 1 remainder 5. So it will be 1 and 5 over 12. For the second fraction, 7 and 8, I need to think of a common multiple between the 7 and the 8. What is the least common multiple is number 56. So I will change the 7 to be 56 and the 8 to be 56 by multiplying here by 8 up and down, and multiplying the other fraction by 7 up and down. So now I have the first fraction as 24 over 56, and the second fraction will be 21 over 56. Now I can add, so 24 plus 21 equals 45 over 56. Can I simplify this fraction? No, it is in the simplest form. For the last one, I have a fraction plus a mixed plus a whole number, and we said when we have a whole number and a fraction, so I just add them and I write them as a mixed number. So the whole number is 23 and the fraction part will be 3 over 8. Then the mixed number will be 23 and 3 over 8. This is the end of our lesson today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have any question, please feel free to leave a comment and I will answer you as soon as possible. Please remember that your feedback is highly appreciated. Thank you very much and have a nice day.